Today we're going to continue to read Nancy Clancy Book 1, Chapter 3, The Plot Thickness. So what is Rhonda scared? I'll find out. What secret has Wanda been keeping? Nancy made her voice go soft and spoke. It's the secret of the twins, she giggled. Doesn't sound like a Nancy Drew mystery. The girls were in Nancy's backyard as Sleuth headquarters. When they grew up, they planned to open a detective agency together. It would be called Partners in Creamy Fighting. They had made super business cards already. Maybe Rhonda speared a mean rumor about you, Bree said, like you smell or have cut eyes. Rhonda's my friend. What motive would she have? Oh la la. Nancy felt all tingly just saying the word motive. It means the reason for doing something bad. Well, Bree drew out the word like she was thinking really hard. Maybe you did something mean to Rhonda and she's paying you back. And she shook her head. I didn't do anything. Maybe it's something you don't even realize you did. But it got Rhonda mad, really mad. And so now Rhonda is seeking revenge, Nancy added. Bree nodded. Double all la la. Nancy's eyes lit up. There was something thrilling about this idea. Maybe she sets up a booby trap to get me. Nancy pictured Rhonda digging a deep hole in her yard and covering it with grass and branches. As soon as Nancy walked over it, she'd plunge into darkness. No one would hear her cries for help. Suddenly Nancy heard her mother calling her. Nancy, are you in the clubhouse? Nancy stuck her head out. Mom, I told you before, it's not our clubhouse anymore. It's Sleuth headquarters. Sorry, I forgot. Have you finished your paragraph for tomorrow? I'm not exactly, Nancy answered. Have you started it? I'm not exactly. Bree, I'm afraid you'll have to go home. And Nancy's mother pointed to the house. Get cracking! Nancy headed to her room. Nancy was so lucky. She never had to drop a case because of homework. Tomorrow, Nancy and all the other kids in her class had to bring in something special, a memento. Was what her teacher, Mr. Dudney, had called it. The memento couldn't be a video game or a pair of new sneakers. A memento needed to be something personal, like a photo of a dead person in your family from long ago. Write a paragraph about what the memento means to you, but don't sign your name, Mr. Dudney said. Keep it a secret. We'll have fun guessing who each memento belongs to. Oh, so there'll be mystery mementos, Nancy said. Exactly, Mr. Doody told her. I am bringing something too. Then on Tuesday, all the mystery mementos will be on display for Family Day. Nancy planned to bring the witch tree symbol, which was a Nancy Drew book. It was special because long ago it had belonged to Nancy's neighbor, Mrs. Devine. On the cover, Nancy Drew looked different. Her clothes and hair, though, were old-fashioned. The only problem was that Nancy wanted her memento to be unique, something nobody else had. What if Bree's mystery memento was a Nancy Drew book that Mrs. Devine had given her? Bree had already written her paragraph days ago. She never left homework for the last minute. So Nancy sent a message to Bree in her top secret special delivery mailbox. It was a basket on a rope stringing between Nancy's bedroom window and Bree's. What's your memento? She wrote. the message in secret code. Only the two of them knew it. They knew the secret code if one of them was never in danger and had to send for help. Nancy rang a bell to let Bree know mail was coming. Then she pulled the rope until the basket reached Bree's window. A few minutes later, a message came back. Bree's was in secret code too. It took Nancy a while to understand in secret code talk that was called the shipping a message. Bree had written, "Sorry, Mr. D told us to not tell." Oh, Bree could be exasperating sometimes. Nancy thought about writing another message, but writing in code took so long. Of course, she could just pick up the phone or open the window and shout. Nancy would say, "Can you just tell me if you're bringing a Nancy Drew book? I'm only asking because I don't want to bring in the same thing." But it wouldn't do any good. Bree was obstinate. That means stubborn. In the end, Nancy decided to bring in a sparkling chunk of rock that looked like gold. She wanted the kids to have a hard time figuring out who it belonged to. So, when she wrote her paragraph, Nancy designed her handwriting. This glittering rock is called pyrite. Another name for it is false gold. That's because it looks like genuine gold. Guinea gold. Long ago in days of yore, miners would find a chunk and think they had struck it rich. The joke was on them. Pyrite is now worth a lot of money, but it is still beneficent. I chose this memento because it was a perfect present from my best friend Bree. She bought it in a gift shop at the famous Science Museum in New York City. It was quite a super paragraph. If Nancy did say to herself, she had used vivid, interesting words Mr. Dudney would like that. Then something caught Nancy's eye. In one sentence was a dead giveaway. Everyone would know Nancy had written it. Quickly, she erased the words "my best friend Bree," and then she wrote, "an account of mine." Nancy put the rock and her paragraph in her backpack. Not even 5 minutes later, the mail bell rang again. Bree's message said, "I just saw the twins drive off with their parents. We can go back and snap in their yards. Maybe we'll find the booby trap." Nancy grabbed her trench coat. Bree was already waiting for her on the sidewalk. Bree whistled on the way over to the twins' house. Whistling was a super detective skill. It made it seem like they were just out of some fresh air. No one would ever suspect they were snapping. At first glance, the twins' yard looked the same as it had this morning. Grass, trees, a swing set in back. Lots of sports stuff everywhere. Nancy, however, was very observant. That means she noticed stuff that other people didn't. Noticing stuff was also a super detective skill. It kind of made up for not being able to whistle. What Nancy noticed, there was a pile of branches near the swing set. "Bree, look, a clue! I bet some of those branches are left over from when Rhonda made the booby trap." Bree clutched Nancy's arm. "Oh, I'm getting chills." A couple of large leaf rakes were on the porch. "I have an idea," Nancy said. By pushing the rakes in front of them, up and down the yard, the girls would spot the hidden trap before either of them fell into it. Unfortunately, the yard was pretty big. They hadn't covered much ground.